I exchange family for wealth. You know,
Wow.
I came from a family where we don't see where men respect their wives and then add value in their family. That's the kind of family I came from. Every time Jaja blazing out a sky want to bless me. Babylons want to seize it, trying to pull me down. So me pray for Jah mercy to shield me with Jah glory. Camino, who Jah bless, no man a curse.
Oh, yes.
So me say, oh Lord have mercy, cover me with Jah glory, and don't let Babylon see me. Take them afar from away.
Oh. Welcome again this week. Great is our faithfulness, oh Lord. Morning by morning, new mercies I see. I'm so excited because this week we are bringing you another edition of our Christopher artist interviews. And this week we have a Wonderman in the house. His name is Wonder and he's indeed a Wonderman. Sit tight, tell a neighbor, and don't miss this interview because you have a lot to learn from it. Oh, I. We represent the God who takes the foolish things of this life to represent His wisdom. Oh, I. Greetings, people, brethren and sisters. I want to give you the good news. Are you aware that the Christopher Jam session now has its own dedicated YouTube channel? Woo! Hallelujah! I am excited because this is a place where we will be bringing you all the gospel reggae music and chats with those who make the music. And of course, we will be chatting with you too. What are you waiting for? Please don't just like and subscribe. Share with your reggae friends and reggae family. Don't forget that this is a good thing from Niger to the world. Oh, welcome back from this short break. And this week we have in the house the one called Wonderman. Mr. Wonderman.
Buyaka.
Welcome to the house.
Am I supposed to say that?
Welcome to the house.
Thank you very much.
First
Mama.
of all, though the Bible says we are wonderfully and fearfully made. But
exactly.
You are bearing the name Wonder. What a wonder to have you here today.
You know.
So, Wonderman, could you tell us a little bit about yourself? Are you a Nigerian? Because I
Most
know you speak more patois than English and Hausa.
Yeah, man.
So, are you a Nigerian?
Yes.
And where are you from?
Yes, most definitely. I'm a Nigerian. I am from Kaduna State.
Because when people hear your music, they barely believe that you are a Nigerian, honestly.
Yes. I came from Kaduna State and indigenous of Kaduna State, from Zangon Kataf local government to be precise. I was born and brought up in Kaduna, but most of the times, you know, as the music now is just like the wind, when it blows, you follow, you know.
But how come you sing so well in patois?
Yes, reggae music is something I found let me say about
no,
4 decades ago.
We're coming there. We're coming because we really want to know how you came about reggae and how you came about Christ. But first of all, you sing more in patois. How come?
Yes, because it's a matter of interest.
Oh,
yes, it's a matter of interest. That's where my interest is. So I have more of the patois audience than the English audience.
I need to get that. You have more of the patois audience than the English audience, and you are a Nigerian and you're from Kaduna, and we know patois is Jamaican. So have you ever lived in Jamaica or have you ever been a Jamaican?
Yes, most definitely. Like uh, I am more of a Jamaican by identity, but a Nigerian by nationality.
Oh,
Yes.
I get it now. So tell us about that.
Well, some couple of years back, I happens to find myself somewhere in Jamaica,
Wow.
in the heart of Jamaica, which is the Kingston, the capital.
Yeah.
Then after how it's difficult living in the Kingston. So gradually I find myself in Portmont. Portmont is a very small place
Yeah.
there in Jamaica, and that's where I settled for the time being. I'm being in Portmont. I work with a media house, of course. I was also an eye reporter with the Racas Island FM. I did some.
And you were reporting in Patwako?
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Because
So,
the way you flow, I don't know.
so that's just the balance there.
Yeah.
It's
a balance indeed.
Find myself as a Nigerian. And one good thing about Jamaicans is when they know you are not a Jamaican, and then you find yourself in their mix, trying to do what they do, they love you the more.
Yeah, it's true. I know that.
They love you the more because
they teach you straight up.
Yes. So they open their doors.
Yeah.
They welcome you.
Particularly if you're a Nigerian or a Ghanaian.
Exactly. They always want to introduce you to new things, their food, their ways of living. And
exactly.
Then, even if they want you to flag their colors, to represent them at all times.
They are like that.
They're
like that.
They are very amazing people.
This how we have you in this manner. That
exactly.
You look like a Jamaican, you speak and behave like them, but you are a Nigerian.
Exactly.
Beautiful. So now we want to know, and I always want to know as Christopherians, and we thank the Lord because you are not just a member of Christopherian, you are one of the leaders, and we appreciate you for all that the Lord has been using you to do. Now we want to know, Mr. Wonderman, how did you come about reggae? Now you've told us how you came about patois, speaking, behaving, and everything, singing. But how did you come about reggae music? And how did you come about Christ?
Wow.
Because you are a gospel reggae artist as well. So how did you come about? Which one happened to you first?
Yeah, the reggae comes first.
Oh, okay.
Before Christ.
Let's know.
Okay. Sometimes around 1983.
Oh.
Yes, sometimes around 1983, I was among a group, a breakdance group. We do breakdance. We live in the barracks, so we are break dancers. We every time.
So you used to do breakdance.
Yeah, before. In fact, they call me Orlando. So I have somebody they call Tony. We copyright the American breakdancers with their names. So I was Orlando. That was the name they called me back then. We were doing the breakdance, and every time we are playing this music in the house, there's this cousin of mine that always come around to play reggae music. He plays people like Eric Dennison, people like then Yellowman was not in place, people like Black Uhurus and the rest. And then the moment we see him, we get angry. This man has come to spoil our circle. So then he said something just like a prophecy. He says, you with this your dancing moves, I give you from now to 10 years. If they play this music, you will not dance it. Instead, you'll be chanting reggae. That was just it. As if it was a cause, it was a prophecy, I don't know. All of a sudden,
it happened to you.
It happens. I came across a music by Don Carlos, Music Grave. I had Music Grave, Judgment Day, and then a prophecy. If you run away from the prophecy, you will never run away from the Almighty. That's the song of Don Carlos. If you run away from the prophecy, you never run away from the Almighty. That was the song that converted me to reggae, actually. So I became...
And I'm sure that is the song that started converting you to Christ too.
Then Christ was, by the way, we grew up as Christians, yes, but... having Christ and then work for Christ then was not really of course, we go to church, we play music in the church, we call ourselves Christians, but deep down, we know
we are not born again.
We know we are not born again. In fact, we don't know that. So, I came in love with this Don Carlos music. Gradually, I moved into Black Uhuru. And then all of a sudden, around 1984, there comes a Yellow Man.
Wow.
Now, Yellow Man came up with that, his album, London Cool. That's the one he sang reggae, calypso, and the rest. Wow. Then that was when I knew that was my calling, because he do the chanting. He is a dope master, you know. And then the Don Carlos and the Black Uhuru are more into the root and the sweet reggae of a thing. Then I start using Yellow Man as my mentor. You know, that was how I came about reggae and not just singing the normal reggae that people sing. I do the more of the dancehall,
and
which
chants.
You know.
Until today, you just chant like a machine.
In fact.
So Christ, where, at what point did you say yes, Lord?
We're still in the barrack.
We're still saying yes, Lord,
yes,
till tomorrow. But at what point did your real yes, Lord?
Good. We used to have a group back in the barracks then. It called Young Gospel Singers. We were led by our brother Dauda Kachiro, who is still living today. We have the likes of Chuk Jok, Exto, Maled. Yes.
Wow.
So it will surprise you to know that Dauda Kachiro actually led me to Christ.
Oh my God.
You know?
Oh my God, so, this is beautiful. And today we are all in the Cruciferan family together. What a joy. What a joy.
So he actually led me to Christ because he picked interest in me. You know, when others were seeing me more of a rebel, because I was a rebel. You know, so I always stand on my ground.
Now in the Cruciferan family, Dauda looks at you, Dauda Kachiro will look at you and smile and say, Miracle boy.
I said, this is pick me, you know.
Oh, wow, that's good.
That was how he picked interest in me. I was actually more of the pianist, you know, playing the keyboard, but I needed to learn how to play guitar.
Wow.
You know, so that I can fit in the group. Back then, we don't have a piano in the church.
Yeah,
so true. We have just the two guitars, the rhythm and the bass.
Yes.
You know, so every time I come, in fact, I told Dauda Kachiro that I want to play the guitar. He said, okay, go and meet some of you, the brethren in the church to teach you. But I understand that that wanting to teach me is not there. Then I left. In fact, it took me less than 2 weeks. When I came back, they saw me singing in the church with my guitar on my neck.
Wow.
You know, that was how Dauda Kachiro picked interest. But he said it's not all about playing the music. Now you have the music, you need the message.
Oh, wow.
That was the word he used. You need the message. And the only way we can install the message for you, I want to put it originally, is by putting Christ. Let Christ speak.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So that was the words he used.
This is a very, very lovely part of this interview to me, because today, Dauda Kachiro is part of the Cruciferan, is one of the fathers in the Cruciferan family. In fact, he ministered in the Kaduna festival. So it's so lovely to hear that God used him to really, really introduce Christ to you, and you gave a life to Christ through a man of God. So it's amazing. And that's the reason why, as Christopher, we cannot but continue to use reggae music for soul winning.
Exactly.
Because see how far God has taken you, what God has been doing with you. And if a man of God like that didn't have this interest of using the music that you love to minister to you, you know, it was easier for him to meet you at that point, because he had something that you loved.
Exactly.
He had something that you were really interested in getting, in having. And so that's why we cannot but continue to use this reggae music for soul winning. You are one of the leaders, and we want to know more about you, even when it comes to the angle of family. We know that you are a married WONDERMAN.
Yeah, man.
How long have you been married?
Yeah, man. Okay, I've been married about 27 years precisely.
Oh.
You know, I have two lovely adults.
Two lovely adults.
They are no longer kids.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because my last son is about 22. He just celebrated his 22 last month. And then my first daughter is 26.
God
you
is
know.
awesome.
So
God is awesome.
at this point in time, we are now the picnics. They are the parents.
20
Yes, I've been married for 27 years, happily married,
in fact,
still living.
clap for your behalf of the whole Christopherians. It's wonderful to know that God has seen you through, and for 27 years you've been married, you have children who are now adults, and you're still married. Because sometimes we meet artists who think that their wives are actually a setback, so they need to just go ahead with music and not give attention to family. So we are grateful to God that in all this you are giving serious attention to your family as well. And so that's a good example to us.
As a matter of fact, allow me to say this. I exchange family for wealth. You know,
Wow.
I knew how I was brought up. I knew how promising my life was becoming on the lane. But I came from a family where we don't see where men respect their wives and then add value in their family. That's the kind of family I came from, you know. So, but I always want to make myself different. That has been my dream, to make myself different. And to the glory of God, I remember I told God this thing. I say, if I can have a peaceful family, I want to make my home a dwelling place, not just a house. I want a dwelling place. So if I can have a peaceful and a loving family, I don't need any other thing.
Oh,
and
hallelujah.
so I trade richness,
riches for family. Wow.
And that is why you see today, when it comes to family upbringing, I will proudly say this: I am one of the most successful in the world, because I brought up 2 healthy children, very fine, and then they are all doing well for themselves now. And in fact, to the glory of God, I have never spent one night in the hospital with any of them.
Oh.
From their birth up to, in fact, I remember when my last son was put to birth, I was in television college, I was studying then. They called me. They said, your wife is in the hospital. I rushed, I came back. I saw my wife was strolling in the hospital. So we say, okay, Mo, go house, go bring food, come back now. When we went home, they said, okay, carry your family, they go. I say, see, our wife, they already born, see, Pekin, carry them, go. So everything was fine. He was healthy. He was fine, you know. So I think God has honored my arrangement, my desire with him. So
thank you so much. We're going on a short break. We'll come back again.
Concerns over the rule of law in Enugu State, as RULAC raises alarm over the alleged politicization of policing and calls for the Inspector General of Police to intervene. A global honor for one of Nigeria's leading anti-corruption advocates as CISLAC Executive Director Awol Musa Rafsanjani receives the prestigious Transparency International Amalia Award, with Comrade Ibrahim Zikrullah describing the recognition as a victory for accountability and democratic governance. And what does the United States' decision to closely monitor Nigeria's 2027 general elections mean? We bring you the reactions from Yaga Africa, CISLAC, and the calls for credible, transparent, and violence-free elections. Join us as we unpack all these and more on the Fifth Estate Show, showing this Friday at 7 p.m. on Facebook at Twistu Media.
Oh, welcome back from this short break, and I'm sure you enjoyed the first part of it. We are coming back again. Now, WONDERMAN has just finished telling us how he came about reggae and how he came about his Jamaican kind of thing, you know. But this time, he is back. We're coming back, and we'll hear how he came about Christ. I know you're wonderfully gifted by God in diverse ways, and I know that beyond music, you do other things too.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
You've served here and there, and I know that you are a very creative person. You are into film. Tell us about the other aspect of your life.
Okay. WONDERMAN, you know, original name Silas Wonder Katuka.
Now we know that you have another name.
So the name WONDERMAN is being created by Jamaicans. When you say Wonder, they say, I'm a WONDERMAN. So, but my nickname is actually Wadada. And of course, Wadada means love with Jamaica. So Silas Wonder Katuka is a journalist.
Okay.
He's a radio practitioner.
Okay.
He's a music and film producer.
Wow.
And I remember I started producing music when I don't even know that originally I'm a producer. In the early 90s, around 1991, 92, I did a work with the Polygrams record. Okay. Then it was Polygrams record. So I did a production, and then around 1992, they called me back to produce an album for late Peggy, Mandato's wife. We did that album with Albert Kalu. I just got to hear that he's late recently too. We produced Peggy's wife at Polygrams record. Then it became Premier Music. And that was when they gave me a job. That was when I get to know that this is where they do the producer, That was how I came into the production line. I've been a music producer. I produce. I have done a lot of work in Kaduna. In fact, as a matter of fact, in Kaduna State, I am not the first, I'm not the second, but I am one of the pioneers that started producing in Kaduna. Wow. In fact, I used to say one thing. If you have 100 producers in Kaduna, I train 80. Proudly and confidently, I say this. Because you find out most of the producers today, you find out if I didn't teach you directly, I must have teach your master.
Taught your master, yes.
So you are my grand picnic, So that was how I came into music. I've been into music production since from 1991 until in the late 90s. In the late 90s, when I moved to Jos, I met my friend of mine who is about to be ordained as a bishop now. He's a minister of God. And then, we started something. Every time I give work, I will produce music and then give somebody to do the video. They will mess up my work. And when the work get bad, the name there is WONDERMAN. So now me they know.
So this is how you went into...
Now, this same friend of mine told me, you see, he said, this thing, me, I know your head, oh. This thing where these people, they do, if you want to do them, you'll do them in one day. That was just what he said. And then he just said it, casually. I went inside. I was living with him while in schooling in television college. So I picked that word he said. He never knew that was a strong word he sent to me. He just did that. All I needed was just a software. And I needed a system that is strong enough to carry my software. Then, Pentium 4 just came in new, Intel Celeron. I was able to get one in Jos. And it was very expensive. I remember the first system I built there was I was about 250 or thereabout. And as at then, that 250.
What's the big money?
So, I got that system.
But this is how you now got into films,
yes,
and videos.
I got the software. I started, gradually learning how to do my cut and pasting and other things. And then originally I was in television college for not for movie. It's for journalism. Now, gradually I begin to meet friends that are into movie, and then I now move into that course. And I took in 3-month course of videography and editing. That was how I came about movie. Now, I started doing movie in a very local way, simple movie. Well, you do small, it's accepted, and the next one is not accepted. Until I met a white lady who owns a movie theater in Los Angeles, actually. So she owns a movie theater in Los Angeles. It was originally owned by her husband, but he's late. So she managed it. Now, when I met this woman, I begin to introduce some things that she thinks she needs, but she don't have them in the studio, and the knowledge. So she now invited me, I went there. We begin to, when I get to understand that she needs something from me and I also need something from her. So I enroll under her for just 2 months. And that was where I did my sound, when it comes to sound and my, what do you call it, cameras and other things. So that was how I met this woman. She's an old lady. and she's still living. She gave me that. I was able to enroll in her school, got my certificate, came back, and then I continued. Then I was with AIT Kaduna. I was the head of news on Ray Power FM. I rose to that rank from head of news to head of production, from head of production to head of programs, from head of program to assistant head of the station.
Wow. Wow.
So so I've been with Ray Power until 2018 when I left them, and then the Catholic media in Kaduna State now gave me to assist in their media. So I was the assistant to the Reverend Father in church. So I held there for about 6 years. Until now.
Until now. Hallelujah. Woo.
And proudly, I will tell you, in my own place, I am the first. In fact, they just gave me an award December last year. I was the first person to produce music that really came, and then the first indigenous movie.
Yeah.
In my place, I was the first person to produce, and then the first maiden edition of Southern Kaduna Festival.
Wow.
I did the content creating, the music staging, and other things.
So you have some films online?
Most definitely. I am the director of Black Street. Black Street is on YouTube. And Black Street is a movie about the gangsters, the gangsterism we have in Kaduna, selling drugs and other things like that. So we have that up to, I think, 6 to 7 episodes on YouTube.
So now we ask this question because we have young people watching us from afar. We have people joining the Christopher movement. We have people loving what we do from afar, and we're trying to let people know that beyond music, we can as well do other things. Exactly. Because this is one of the problems that we are having when we see people who are just trying to do music alone, and a lot of times because probably the music is not bringing everything they thought they're going to get out of the music, and then themselves and the music begin to look as if it's not working. But the Bible says that out of our belly shall flow rivers.
Rivers, exactly.
Rivers, not a river. Rivers of living water. So everything you're sharing with us is the diverse ways that God has been enabling you to flow here, flow out here, flow out here, flow out here, because it's not just a river that God has given to us, you're giving us rivers. Exactly. So that's why this aspect of your life is very interesting. And we love the fact that you're sharing in details, because people need to know, members need to know, more people need to know, young people following us need to know that they can do much more beyond the songs, beyond the recordings, beyond the albums.
Exactly.
Sometimes when I tell people that I've recorded 9 albums, they look at me and say, so where are the albums? So, because they don't believe it. Because why? Beyond the albums, there should be other things that God has given us grace that we can do. People should be able to do other things. So we really appreciate the fact that you're able to do all of this and you're still doing much more. And yet you're still doing the music. So what's your dream? What's your vision for the next 5 years from now? Where should we expect to see WONDERMAN, or where does WONDERMAN think we're going to see him in the next 5 years from now?
Okay, the next 5 years, I still beg God that I'm still living.
Yes.
Yes. When you ask me, where do I see myself in the next 5 years? Well, I see myself in God's glory, physically.
Yes.
And then I see myself excelling. Now, the part of my life, the remaining part of my life now, is no longer for me, because I had that arrangement with God. I told God that,
I like that
this part of my life is no longer for me. I want to inspire people. I want to bring in young people into this industry. I want others to. That has been my dream. Bringing up young people into it. I think this time around, I have more reasons to do, because, of course, we are aging. I kept reminding myself every time that these years, the years I have now, I might probably not last up to that same years in the next, 50-something years. So, but the remaining part of my life now, I want to see myself, in fact, I want to see myself bringing up most especially female. Because when it comes to this industry, I see how people always put females as the second option. You know,
true.
I mean, in the production aspect,
Yeah.
not putting them behind, in front of the camera. I want to see females behind the camera. I want to see females behind the consoles. I want to see females controlling. I want to see women directing. I want to see women giving controls and becoming producers on their own.
Oh, I'm coming for lessons. You know, I'm doing film production.
You're welcome, Mama.
So it's beautiful. So this is beautiful because when you get to a point above 50, we should be thinking of impacting, reproducing ourselves, and blessing the next generation and strengthening the next generation, creating platforms that will help people to rise and do even greater things that we are doing. That's why when you come to the Christopher family, that's why it's not all about the music. It's not all about the reggae festivals. It's much more about creating platforms, you know, and putting people, you know, before now, I don't know if you have ever heard of any platform anywhere in the world that will have reggae music for 8 to 9 hours. And this platform is just for gospel alone. And you have 20-something artists. Like this 10th edition, we're trusting God for 30-something artists on that stage. And we're trusting God to give us a very powerful and very beautiful event. So this is a platform that God has already given us the grace to create. Even when we talk about the jam session, this is a platform of created, and that's why we're bringing people like you who have all the wealth of experience to share with us and share with other people, because this is a platform we have already created to educate people and encourage and inspire people. So we thank God that you are thinking of doing more of that in this. You know, all of us have the years we call our remaining years. You know? So finally, before we go, please, I wouldn't want you to go without giving a word to those who are watching. That people will be watching this interview from all over the world. I want you to give this word of encouragement to those who are aspiring to even do a little bit of what you have been able to do to start. What will you want to say to such a youth man who is just watching? In fact, you look like a youth man, and you are saying you're married for 27 years and your children are adults. So please, a word for a youth man, a youth woman, whoever you want to inspire.
This is a serious moment, you know. I will start by saying, when you see people criticize you, rejoice. Be happy.
That's good.
Because nobody will criticize you if you are not on the right track.
Yes.
It is only when you're on the right track you begin to have people trying to criticize you, trying to make you fall back. Those are strategies to fall you back. You know. So rejoice when you see people criticize you. Now, if nobody criticizes you, go back to the drawing board, strategize,
and wonder why
until people start to criticize you. So allow them to criticize you. It is very, very okay to make mistakes. After all, it's just a mistake. But it is not okay for you to remain in the mistake. It's just like when you fall down, you don't rise up. It's okay to make mistakes, but it's also okay to rise up and then move ahead your mistakes. So please try as much as possible to strive to perfection. And then I will also tell you this. I will rather stand in the side of God and be judged by men than stand in the side of men and be judged by God. So
I would rather stand in the sight of God and be judged by men. Oh my God, than to stand in the sight of men and be judged by God. So awesome.
Be positive.
Awesome.
When you wake up, seek Him first.
Awesome.
Secondly, you, and then others.
Oh, hallelujah. Please sing us a song.
Yeah, man. Okay. Let me sing. This is a prayer song, one of my prayer songs. It says, cover me. You know?
Oh, yes. Yes.
Okay. Every time Jaja blazing outer sky want to bless me. Babylons want to seize it, trying to pull me down. So me pray for Jah mercy, to shield me with your glory.
Glory.
Camino, who Jah bless, no man a curse.
Oh, yes.
So me say, oh Lord, have mercy, cover me with your glory, and don't let Babylon see me. Take them afar from away.
Oh. Hallelujah. I hope you
Yeah,
enjoyed
man.
yourself. Honestly, we will have you back again
Thank you very much.
some other time. Thank
Yeah,
you so
man.
much, sir,
Thank you
for
very much, ma. It's my
creating the
pleasure.
time and bringing this inspiration
Yeah,
and
man.
this natural truth to to reach out to people and bless them.
Thank you
Thank
very
May the
much,
Lord
ma'am.
continue to bless you, sir.
Amen. Thank you very much.
Thank
Bless you
you.
too.
I'm sure you really enjoy yourself. Whew, and you wouldn't want to miss something like this next week. We have series of interviews coming your way this year, and please join us same time, 1 p.m. here in Akia TV, and don't fail to get us on YouTube. Rhythm of Light YouTube, where you continue to enjoy these interviews and all the jam sessions. Thank you. Stay blessed. We love you.
Akia TV, there's something you should know.